looks like it's been established on board pretty much at least.
I wonder.
That 8/7's definitely looks to see the paladin a big problem. He's just, considering how many he has. He doesn't really have any good traits except for really just the plus he kills the 3s. Do we know what that secret
I must move quickly. Let me think.
We've actually got 10 damage here, assuming we kill that. Yeah, I can tell. One of my buddies actually comes up here. He's a big Halo Noel. He tries to come up with that first one. I know he plays some fighting games. I don't think he plays Smash in particular, though. He's a Street Fighter fan. Nice, Street Fighter 5.
Gul'dan versus Uther. I will fight with honor.
Your soul shall be mine!
Buying or selling. Let me think.
Reporting for duty.
I'll never tell.
Reporting for duty. so many possibilities.
Particularly susceptible to any sort of AoE removal, so I don't particularly mind this. From Toby, we'll probably see it only in Doctor Souls here. I can't imagine you can do Mysterious Challenge. Have the option to, especially
Let me think.
5/5 is kind of pretty slow. Since you're probably not trained yet, just try to I guess you have to be considering that your opponent might be able to play Sight.
I wonder.
6/6 out, but again, you still get the advantage drop on the 5/1. So that'll at least soften or strengthen it up enough that it'll take 2 trades.
Move quickly. Who am I? None of your business.
Go ahead and go big, but this is about I feel like that's a hard play to make.
Get down! I've got the beast in my sight.
Alright, how's it going? Dr. Jekaninki here. I don't have to whisper? Alright, sweet.
Yeah, it looks like so Toby's been on the first track. Looks like it's finally coming back to bite him. It's kind of hard to play full face, especially against a Warlock. You're kind of setting yourself up for failure there, really. Since they do play at least 4 sources of healing generally, depending on whether or not they check those are.
He's also got like a really large hand, so I don't know how the aggro approach worked for him. Since I just jumped in.
Yeah, unfortunately, Toby, his starting hand was Consecration Keeper, Blessing of Kings, Lotheb, and he drew into Mysterious Challenger and Tyrion pretty quick. So
That's fairly large.
Yeah.
Especially when you probably play like 10 2-drops.
Yeah, it's really just an awful draw. He did draw pretty much all of his high cost cards, except probably Dr. Boom, the second Mysterious Challenger.
Alright, so we're looking on.
Yeah, this is a pretty solid Consecration.
Decent Consecration. I mean, he'll leave him with 2 minions on board, but he'll regain the 5, and then the big threats are gone. So, well, the biggest threats on the board are gone.
Reporting for duty.
Yeah, here I'm not quite sure.
What's the secret up right now?
I think it might be Competitive Spirit.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the secret up's Competitive Spirit right now. So I'm not sure how. I'm also surprised you didn't actually just trade the 2/1 in there since you just saw a Consecrate play. I'm kind of surprised you didn't trade the 2/1 and get an extra M for value.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Back to the Paladin's turn. Turn 7.
What do we got here? It's a really like his hand is just really awkward at this point because you can't like make large taunts. It's kind of hard. You don't really want to play too big of a minion that his Void Caller just trades into.
Yeah, he can't really keep her either.
And then Uldamon's not really looking good here.
Yeah, it looks like he'll probably opt for either. Yeah, and unfortunately the Knife Juggler Muster is just.
Oh, it's not that good.
Yeah, it's not really. Yeah, so
It could end up doing more harm
Reporting for
than
duty.
actual good.
yeah, he's gonna opt for the Hero Power here.
Okay. I don't think Lotheb hurts too much in this spot.
No, I don't think it particularly does either. We might be looking at just a life tap Reno Jackson turn for Doombot here. I feel like I don't mind that. It still commits a 4/6 to the board. You get another card, and you do gain all your health back. And really, I mean, at this point, you have kind of pushed the Paladin to the point where it looks like it'll probably outlast him. You know, if you think you're in a safe position, take the Rossi in here. Depending on how comfortable he feels at 10 health against the Paladin, since the Paladin already has dropped 1 Blessing of Kings down.
even then, I wouldn't leave myself at 10 health, especially because True Silver is lethal.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that are lethal.
Yeah, you do play the True Silver. I forgot the competitive spirit was going to go off, so I thought he was short 1 more damage than I was accounting for. So definitely with the competitive spirit going off, with 4 being lethal, you definitely have to consider that Paladin has quite a number of ways to draw into it. Toby's turns
Let
not
me
looking very
think.
good here either, though. We may see something like a Cog Hammer to punch down the 4/6.
And then you use the rest of the weapon to hit the 2/1.
Yeah, use it to hit the 2/1, and then maybe a muster for battle with the Knife Juggler. That would even out your mana. Unfortunately, waste 2 cards on the weapon. But no,
You're
you're
just
just
slamming
gonna
Tyrion.
Yeah.
Is there a great way to deal with it on the other side?
No, not particularly.
Oh, he does have the Swittic Swamp Ooze, so after he kills the Tyrion, the weapon's just gone, so that's really good for him.
Yeah, he's gonna get to eat the weapon at least. But as far as just trading the body off here, he's not in a particularly great position. Implosion will at least give him an ability to make a better.
Yeah,
trade
yeah,
here.
you can trade the 1/1 in, and you hit the 2/1. You get that other 1/1. Then you do Implosion. Oh, he just wants to trade the 3/4 in.
You want to trade them?
That's really interesting. I guess it gets damage on the board.
Yeah, I definitely would have. Pump fired the other order though, because it would have only brought it down to a 3/1 anyway, and that way the demon that comes onto the board wouldn't have taken any damage, so he would have had a healthy Doomguard.
That's true. Especially if you weren't hitting with the 2/1 either way.
Yeah, especially if you weren't planning on trading with the 2/1, there's no reason not to just trade in with the Hellfire first, and then tag with the 3/4.
Well, he's got a pretty stable board here. It's not looking like he's going to be able to clear, especially with Secret Paladin. Like if you because a lot of lists don't even play Consecration. If they do,
It's generally only one.
it's generally only one, and we've already seen it. So
yeah, he's not really gonna have a way to clear this board, and Secret Paladin's not playing equality these days. So
alright, so we're going for the Knife Juggler Muster for battle. I think it's really one of the only things he can do, especially with how low curve his hand is.
yeah, he can drop the Secret Paladin or the Secret Keeper and start dropping some secrets behind it. It looks like that's what he's gonna opt to do here.
It's probably the best decision to go for.
Yeah, it really is. With the 5/4 Doomguard taunted up, the Cog Hammer isn't very efficient.
Those 2 matches are in procedure.
I'll never tell.
Oh, you just like
Move quickly.
We're gonna get the 1 buff, and now he's considering whether or not he wants to play the Avenge. I definitely think you have to drop the Avenge down here. You need your opponent to feel like they have to trade into your minions, and if they trade, you definitely want to see that buff getting thrown around.
Not sure why we'd make the hit on the 5/4 here.
No, I don't think you would at all. If you were going to make the hit with the 5/4, then I think you would have played Cog Hammer instead of going down the Secret Keeper line of play. But hitting the 5/4 either way is just inefficient.
Alright, so proc the Noble Sacrifice that way. That's a pretty good way.
Yeah, interesting he checked. I guess he didn't care about the Doomguard's HP nearly as much.
He's just going to Shadow Flame off the Doomguard, which is really good. That sets him so far ahead.
Yeah, that really does.
And then Emperor Thor's going to follow it up. Like, that's a really good turn.
Yeah, next turn we're looking at like Dr. Boom into Anti-Killbot or Dr. Boom Implosion.
If we're even looking at it next turn.
Yeah, really though. It doesn't look like there's much of a way for him to clear this. And
Yeah, that's probably the game right there. I mean, we can make it a 3/3, but that's not really doing us anything.
you can make it a 3/3, and then you can hope you hit it with you'll Cog Hammer first to give it Taunt and Divine Shield. Or,
Yeah,
Taunt, Divine Shield, and then we'll hit it with a 3/3. So he'll at least have a 3/3 Divine Shield Taunter, so he, on board at least, isn't instantly dead. But we know with the Implosion in hand, it's more than likely he can make a decent trade. And actually with the... if he does Muster and Keeper, that is going to give the MC Tech value. So he will have a 1 in 4 of just taking the taunt anyway.
Well, it's kind of interesting. Has he played the Warlock before? Does he even know if there's a MC Tech in it? Does he know to play around it?
I don't think Toby was commentating, but I don't think he saw the MC Tech. He also said he forgot what the deck list looked like, so. Interesting that he's
Opted
going
for that.
to this line of play. Yeah, and unfortunately, because of the way he's going to structure this, because he wants to do it before he plays the Cog Hammer, you're playing with a 50-50, which I guess it doesn't. It's not bad for the Cog Hammer to hit the 3/4.
I feel like maybe you have to do that though, just to put more pressure on the board. Oh, and there's Demon Wrath. Is that?
Playing the 3/3 the way the stomping the hero power, do you feel like playing the muster for battle is more pressure on the board? So I feel like putting the muster down at least gives you some tokens to trade with, though the Demon Wrath would have cleaned it up, but I feel like
That's
also,
true. You could have just mustered for battle, but then again, when you muster for battle, you're risking the chance that one of the taunts goes on the 1/1.
Well, again, if in that scenario you cog hammer after you muster and then you make it a 3/3 to guarantee that whichever one hits it gets hit.
Oh,
With
you're
the
guaranteeing
shield.
the 3/3 is the
Yeah,
the cog hammered one. No, I understand.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't like this either because this weapon's going to be really inefficient in value because he's basically going to have to instantly trade it if he does want to play muster from here on out. So we're probably going to see 2 charges of this weapon get wasted this turn. Not that he can afford to take very much damage anymore anyway. And in fact, oh, the Sludge Belcher is a good pickup here. That's at least going to help keep him in this game.
He can stall, but I feel like you're just stalling the inevitable at this point.
Yeah, definitely. The Secret Paladin at this point isn't just going to gain some card that's magically going to turn this tide for him. Mysterious Challenger at this point isn't even that big.
And Tharsen's already gotten 2 turns worth of value, so we're looking at a 5-mana Doctor Boom and a 1-mana.
Yeah, and honestly, he probably won't see another turn of value, but yeah, the 5-mana Doctor Boom and the 3-mana Antique, that's just too much value for to keep up with.
And see if he plays a muster for battle here.
Yeah,
Mind Control Tech's actually getting value.
Yeah, this Mind Control Tech's definitely going to get value off this muster. So, it looks like
And you can just take the 3/5 per game.
Yeah, he's got a 1 and 5 to hit.
Oh
Well,
no,
actually-
Siphon Soul, that just steals the game right there because then Demon Wrath.
Yep. That's been
That's the
bored
game.
Alright, we're going to see Doombot take a 2-0 lead in this series.
2-0 lead. Yeah, so I heard the first game was fairly quick with a turn 1 Fell Reaver.
Oh, is it turn 1?
That was turn 1 Fell Reaver. Double Innervate.
Wow, double innervate turn on Fell Reaver. I thought it was turn 3 based on how the board looked, but that explained why he was at 11 on turn 4.
Yeah, we kind of missed the first couple games.
Oh, did you miss the first couple hands? No, it was I know Doombot, he's one of my friends. He said, I'm going to Fell Reaver you turn 1. And then he proceeded to play Innervate, and Toby thought he was joking, and then he played another Innervate, and Fell Reaver sure came on the board.
I know Doombot plays melee because I saw him Tuesday.
Oh yeah, he's a big melee player. He likes that game a lot.
Alright, what was Doombot's third deck? Oh, it's Secret Paladin, so we're going to see Secret Paladin.
Oh, we're going to see a mirror here. Well, we might not see a mirror, but what were Toby's 2 other decks?
We don't actually know yet. We haven't seen Toby, so it looks like he's playing Mage. Freeze or Tempo, I guess, is to be determined.
It is
Oh,
Freeze
that's
Mage.
Freeze. Yep.
Alex
draws it right off the top.
I mean, this is a good matchup for Freeze Mage if he plays it appropriately.
Yeah,
It
absolutely.
is favored in Freeze Mage's favor. I just think it's funny because the last tournament we had, Toby was joking around about how he brought a Freeze Mage and it was the worst decision he ever made because everyone was playing Grim Patron Warrior. That's a really good hand for the Secret Paladin though, because Divine Favor is a great card in this match.
Yeah, Divine Favor is going to be a lot of value. It's in fact probably one of the only ways that.
And the fact that he had the coin lets him get the 2-drop out quicker to get rid of 2 cards in his hand
Yeah, man,
to his opponent's drawing.
Every single paladin ever coins
Mini Bot, yes.
Coin shielded mini.
What is your turn 1 play? It is Coin Mini Bot.
You like my invention?
Every single one of them.
I mean, can you blame him though?
You really
Card's
can.
nuts.
Nah, it is.
A 2-drop that trades in with every 2-drop, every 3-drop.
It's just ultra efficient. Alright, so we're probably
Go
going to
ahead
see
and
the
hit face here,
shielded
yeah.
mini bot. Yeah.
No reason to waste the proc there, because the
Yeah.
1/1's not really threatening anything.
No,
I'm actually really interested. He's playing the 1/1. Does that mean it might be a Reno build? Because normally you see the 1/1s in Reno builds, and you see loop holders in the standard builds.
I think it's actually just a tech decision by him.
Okay,
since
to
we've
guarantee
seen-
the draw.
Yeah. Since we've seen both the Frostbolts in his hand right now, I'm gonna go ahead and make the assumption that he's probably not playing Reno. Though I know some of the lists do play duplicates of very key cards such as Ice Block.
Yeah, they'll go ahead and play duplicates of like Ice Barrier, or no, not Ice Barrier, sorry. Frost Nova, Frostbolt, Ice Lance. Your key cards for your burn, and then they'll play like a Roaring Torch or a Forgotten Torch and a.
I like that turn for Doombot, except for the fact where he didn't use the spider to clear the 1/1 first. I preferred that just in case you do get the Divine Shield on the spider.
On the spider, that way it's got 1 damage. That really doesn't really matter because you have the Divine Shield.
Yep.
Interesting to ping the 2/1.
Yeah, that is kind of interesting.
That does kind of interest me. I feel like you'd want to ping the 1/2. That way you can try and get the spiders out there when Blizzard comes down.
Yeah.
You go ahead and kill the spiders. What are we looking at here? Oh, we're looking at a Frost Nova Doomsayer.
Frost Nova Doomsayer, yeah.
We don't have an answer to this, so this is gonna go. I mean, in paper it looks great, but he's getting a 2-mana card and he's getting some 1/1s.
Yeah, I mean he's gonna get a. Oh man, and this is pretty big because I'm not actually sure. I forget how Repentance is sequenced. Is it sequenced by your leftmost minion, or is it sequenced by the minion you played first? Either way, he's either going to get a 2-1 shielded mini bot pack.
Oh, you're thinking of Redemption, not Repentance.
Oh, sorry, was that... Oh, man, was that Repentance? Oh, that's a lot sadder.
Redemption will trigger with the minion that was played first.
It's the minion that's played first.
So the mini bot would come out first. Any secreting, it's like for Death Rattle and everything, it's basically whatever got played first. Yeah, it's in order.
I remember it didn't used to be that, right? It used to be whatever's like leftmost on the board.
Oh, a Loot Hoarder is pretty...
Yeah, Loot Hoarder's pretty good.
Loot Hoarder seems pretty good.
Any card value here is pretty good, especially since...
Exactly. Oh, we're just slamming the Thorazin down. Is that a...
it's a decent Thorazin, I guess, since he does
I feel like the Blizzard wasn't strong enough here. It does go down to 1 mana, 1 health. But... I'm just trying to look at his hand and see what he's reducing. Actually, now that I look at it, it's a little bit better because
Double Frostbolt Antonidas isn't bad, and the
exactly.
Secret too. It gives him nice turn 10 where he has the option to drop a secret and
okay, we go ahead and play the Shredder and what else? Just Hero Power. No reason to put a Noble Sacrifice up. I'd save that for like a Secret Keeper.
Yeah, there's not a particularly good clear on the other side of the board. We're just gonna see a. Yeah, we're probably just gonna see a Secret Keeper or not a Secret Keeper. Mad
I'm
Scientist
liking
Blizzard.
Blizzard Mad Scientist. That's because the Mad Scientist can then kill the Shredder if need be, unless he just wants to ping it. And there's a Secret Keeper, which is really good with the Noble Sacrifice. Just because it'll dodge Blizzard range.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna see that. I wouldn't be surprised if Doombot knows this matchup very well to see him silence the Secret Keeper here. Or not the Secret Keeper, Lord, I'm gonna keep saying that.
The Mad Scientist.
Yeah, especially in a.
If he was actually low enough, it could have been really devastating because he could silence the piloted Shredder and get 8 damage in.
Yeah.
Because it would take off the ice.
Yeah, it would take.
He's not low enough yet, so I wonder why that was an interesting hit.
Yeah, that was an interesting hit.
I wonder why he did that.
Yeah, and
I would have just gone face there with the weapon.
I would have gone face as well. I
puts him to 8, and then if he gets like comfortable, well then again he's just gonna trade the Mad Scientist in and reassure the secret.
Yeah, I think I like the Owl there though instead of the 1/1. I think I would have definitely liked to have seen the Mad Scientist get.
So
What to do? What to do?
I'm thinking it's ping the Shredder. Play Ice Barrier, or what's the secret up? Is the secret up Ice Barrier?
Yeah, it's already Barrier, which
that's a little unfortunate.
Yeah, it is unfortunate that it wasn't blocked.
I think it's just ping the 4/1.
I think you have to commit the Antique to board,
and then Antique to board, and then just kind of wait out there, because that Antonidas is gonna get a lot of value.
Yeah, that Antonidas.
Especially if he hits face, because it'll be you can't play everything, but you can play most things. You can at least get a Frostbolt, Ice Barrier, and Ice Lance down, which will give you 3 fireballs in hand.
Yeah, in fact, next turn, if he were able to pick up something like a Nova, this would be really key. If he can find a Nova, because he could just freeze this entire board up with Antonidas and play, cycle the first fireball, and then assuming your opponent can't
the way it's looking right now, it's actually looking like I'm pretty sure it's definitely like the mage is going to take this, because if you look at it, next turn all he needs to do is Antonidas, Frostbolt face, Ice Lance face. He gets and Ice Barrier, because unless the Paladin plays around the
Well, he won't quite have enough mana for that. He'll have
9, so he can play.
He won't be able to play the.
He won't be able to play the Ice Lance with it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you can do that just because you have another Ice Barrier picked up. Paladin doesn't have heal, and you will have 2 fireballs in hand. You can make it 3 with Frostbolt, Ice Lance.
I think honestly at this point, if I'm the mage, I think I'm willing to commit both Frostbolt and Ice Lance, assuming that like you realize that you're going to strand your other Ice Lance. Oh, and that Alex Rosa pickup's huge. Yeah, that's.
I still don't know if you play I feel like I don't think you play the. I don't even know if you need to play the Alex.
I think you actually do play Alex here just to drop it, because your opponent's not going to be able to kill you this turn without some crazy combination of buffs. So you put him down, and then next turn, because you're going to get to guarantee that you can use Antonidas and the Ice Barrier, you're going to get another 8.
And one of the reasons that makes this matchup so good for the Freeze Mage is the fact that Secret Paladin does not have heal. Like they have True Silver. And True Silver is only 2, so it's not really like it's doing anything for you. It's just 2 health.
We could see game with a couple pickups here. Any fireball at this point would be lethal. And there's some argument to be said for actually using Arcane Intellect to chase that here, because even if you Arcane Intellect, since you're on 10 mana, a fireball or the other Ice Lance pickup would just be lethal here. And with the Frost Mage, how many cards? He's at 15 cards. I mean, you're looking at a 1 in 5 with 2 cards to draw. Those aren't terrible odds.
So this is looking pretty good because you can just Antonitis, and then you can. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I actually like that play better. I prefer the Arcane Intellect here because it allows you to dig for things like.
I was just counting damage on board. What is he? He has 15 health, so he's 2.
So he's going to get, and because he did pick up the Frost Nova, you had so many good outs there. I think you had to Arcane Intellect over Antonitis, just because I think your outs were so good. And he did hit a really great out because this Frost Nova is going to lock the board out for an entire turn. And this allows him to safely, I don't know if I would play Barrier. I think I would actually establish the block this turn. But either way, he still has a bunch of damage.
I guess he's trying to set up for. Oh, no, he's pinging face. I was gonna say he was gonna set up for the Flame Strike by pinging off the Divine Shield, but.
Yeah, I guess he'll just use the 1/8 since.
Well, this is kind of a slow turn. He's just gonna pass just because he can't commit anything to the board because his board is full.
Yeah, and that's gonna guarantee that Toby's gonna go ahead and pick this game up here.
Definitely, because you just now this is the Antonitis turn.
Yeah, we're gonna
where you play the Ice Block and
Antonitis,
Frostbolt
Ice Block,
face.
Frostbolt, and that's gonna guarantee that next turn he'll be able to double Fireball to pick it up.
And there's nothing the Paladin can do about this.
Nah, absolutely not. Once the Ice Block comes down, we're going to guarantee that that's game. So it looks like game 3 will actually be going over to Toby.
Aha! Aha!
So we're definitely going to see the Secret Paladin mirror match then. I'm not sure if we'll see it next or if we'll see Toby's third deck come out.
What's Toby's third deck again?
We haven't seen it yet, so I'm not entirely sure. Start writing these down.
I have it. 1 second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, you can get the lineups.
Let me think.
Alright, we're just seeing him trade out the board here. Doombot's just trying to make the most efficient trades possible, but he knows he's playing against Freeze, and since you just saw him cycle 2 Fireballs, we'll probably see the concession come out pretty quickly when he realizes he's going to take the roll next turn. It looks like he at least wants to play it out and clear the board down. Swing with the Sludge Belcher is just going to give him 8 health. Yeah, we can see the Tearing Board Ring, but unfortunately, because we do know that not only does he have Frostbolt Ice Lance, but he has the 2 Fireballs he got off the Antonitis. We're going to see Toby close this game out.
Well played.
Yeah, and there we go. Doombot going ahead and throwing the little plate out, knowing that unfortunately, because of those double Fireballs, that he is most assuredly dead. And that double Fireball will close the game out. Alright, so we're going to go on to the game 4. Doombot's still leading the series 2-1 over Toby.
So your brother knows the first tournament you come to, we're teaming.
What?
We're teaming the first tournament gamble you come to.
I come to?
Yeah.
We're teaming? Very nice.
You know, I was
I gotta
watching,
find my brother a partner though, that's the thing. He doesn't have a partner.
I was watching East. That's my sister's around the house.
Your soul shall be mine. I will fight with honor.
Someone just jumps up on my lap and starts watching. And
Alright, it looks like we're going to see Toby Pawn aggro lock here against Doombot playing Secret Paladin again, and Doombot has just got a fantastic curve right out of the gate here.
Spike a villager.
This could be unfortunate, actually, for Doombot if he does drop the Secret Keeper here with no Secret, but he does pick up the Competitive Spirit on the back to at least guarantee that he'll be able to get this this trade on this Flame Imp right here. We're going to see Toby drop Flame Imp here, and that's the turn back. This kind of puts Doombot on an odd curve. Oh, and there it was. Wow, what a pick. Wow, I think you have to take advantage of the Redemption Competitive Spirit here. I think it's just too good. It gets you such an efficient trade. But no, Doombot doesn't want it. He's going to go ahead and punch face with that. I think I prefer the Redemption Competitive Spirit here, just because it leaves you with the 3-1 on board that's going to get redeemed either way, and the Competitive Spirit, when it triggers, will turn him into a 4-2. So, and even if he were to get traded there, he would come back as a 1-1 that gets made into a 2-2. This way, though, unfortunately, you just gave up the free trade, and still going to lose that Divine Shield either way. We're we're gonna see the muster for battle clear here, and he'll probably go to the face with his 2 damage, though he might pop the 1-2 to make sure. Nope, we're gonna see him go to the face. Toby goes ahead and he picks up a Lotheb this turn. We might just see him play Brand down this turn, but Brand's not a very exciting card since he has no follow-up for it, though it does at least demand that Doombot answer it. And at this point in the game, that may just be what Toby can do, given that his options aren't very good. Pointing out Implosion, you could, I guess there's some validity to going ahead using the 1-2 to ping off the Divine Shield and then implosioning it, hoping that you roll enough imps that you can deal with the muster. It's weak against Consecrate, but that play might be actually stronger than his playing Brand. But we already see Toby go ahead and drop Brand. And Doombot picks up the True Silver right on time, so he most assuredly is going to go ahead and drop this True Silver. Oh. If he goes with this 2 damage here, I have to imagine that he's going to trade at least one of the minions in and weapon it down. Alright, we're going to see a Blessing of Kings instead, and trade there, and the rest of the damage towards the face. So he's going to give Toby the option of trading that 1-1 spider back into his board. And Toby, unfortunately, really doesn't have an answer for this 6-6. It's more than likely definitely going to be an implosion here. I can't see a world where you don't. Unfortunately, though, an implosion still isn't even a clean clear, even if he does roll the 4 on it. He's still only going to be able to deal 5 damage to the 6-6. So in that case, looks like he's considering coining out Lotheb just to try and prevent any secrets or divine favors, just really anything unfavorable from happening on his turn, and at least commit a solid body to the board. Yeah, so he goes ahead and plays the Lotheb here. This is safe against secrets, Consecration. Not really very much, but more importantly, it just puts a 5-5 down, and that's something Toby can't generate with the rest of his hand. It's just a solid body. And because of that, it is going to be 6-1. And we're probably going to see one of the worst implosions, unless he's willing to Dark Peddler in the off chance that he draws Mortal Coil. But I feel like you just have to implosion here. We're going to see implosion 6-1 for a total of 2. 2 is pretty bad here on the low roll because he's going to get to be able to just trade these off for free. That being said, Doombot's hand is just super unattractive. He's got 4 different secrets, which makes his Mysterious Challengers even worse. And on top of that, he has no minions before he only has the True Silver Champion. And it looks like he's deciding on whether or not to play the full gambit of secrets or if he's going to play 2 and then grab the True Silver. I think you probably put the Avenge down. Yeah, and I prefer the True Silver here as well, though I don't know if I would swing with it, and he's not going to either. He's just going to pass and wait to use it to clear. He really does just have a very weak hand, though. Toby's going to have a lot of time here now to go ahead and swing this board back in his favor. The 4-2 weapon is going to help clear a lot of it, but with the number of minions he has and the fact that he can actually life tap to draw cards, and the Paladin more or less is dead in the water on cards. Because the last 2 cards are secrets, they're really not going to do anything in particular. So he needs to draw some gas immediately. Mysterious Challenger would be good, but it's not very good since he's already drawn both of his 1-of secrets and he's holding both of them in his hand. I think it would pop a Noble Sacrifice down on the field. But that's still not a very attractive option. Dr. Boom would be great here, putting down the 7-7. And Toby really wouldn't have an answer to that without using his Power Overwhelming to clear it. But we're definitely going to see Doombot's definitely going to need to draw some gas here. Okay, we got Repentance down on the egg. That's a waste of Repentance, unfortunately, for Toby. Or Doombot, rather. Cycle for the Shield Bearer. Yeah, the Shield Bearer, interestingly enough, is actually pretty good. Just because it's going to eat a weapon charge regardless. And finally, Doombot actually picks a minion up here. We'll probably go ahead and see a knife juggle. He has to be scared about juggling the knives. Especially if he's going to clear here, he definitely has to consider if he wants to play the knife juggler in a minion, whether or not he's going to play the minion before the knife juggler, because I don't think he really wants to go here. But it looks like he's willing to take the chance. I definitely would have left the 0-4 up then, just to reduce your odds. And exactly that did happen, unfortunately. He did hit the egg with the 1 and 3. And out comes the 4-4 Narubi into play. Going back to Toby's turn, we're probably going to see this Defender of Argus come out. And... oh wow, and he picks up the second Defender of Argus. Yeah, it looks like Toby's going to life tap. And then, oh nice, got the Voidwalker pickup. We're going to go ahead and drop the Defender of Argus here. Now the question is, how does he want to make these trades, and is he going to play around the secrets properly? Because he does know one of those secrets should be Redemption. Yeah, and there we go. At the last second he realizes and switches it up. So yep, it's going to 3-3 to go ahead and trade there. That's going to proc the Avenge on the Juggler, and we're also going to see the Redemption.
Reporting for duty.
Summons the 1-1, and the knife hits the face. I have to imagine that we're going to go ahead and see the 5-5 trade with 6-4 here, just because the Secret Paladin is so far dead. There's no reason not to clear the board here. They're only drawing 1 card at a time, and even if he rips Divine Favor, while it does draw 2 cards, you can't draw that much gas. Oh, and the Competitive Spirit goes off on the 1-1, making it more or less useless. And we do see Divine Favor picked up here, and he's going to get 3 new cards to look at. Allure Peacekeeper and Piloted Shredder are both good cards here. Unfortunately, because he drew 2 3s and a 4, he can't even play 2 cards this turn, so he's got to make his choice between this Piloted Shredder and this Cog Hammer. It looks like, yeah, since he's going to be left first, he's going to go ahead and commit the Cog Hammer here. Give the Silverhand Recruit, or rather the 2-2 Silverhand Recruit, the Divine Shield and Taunt, so he can clear the 3-2 and leave himself a Taunter up. That'll be a good trade for, well, not a good trade for the 2-3, but at least put the damage on it. Warlock life tapping here. We're going to see the Knife Juggler. We're going to see the 2-3 trade here, and then are we going to go ahead and see another Defender of Argus? Yep, we're going to see another Defender of Argus, buff both the minions, and hope you can get the 50-50 on the knife. I think the Defender of Argus is the better play here. I know he's considering the whether or not he wants to drop the gang boss, but I like the Defender of Argus here. He keeps your Knife Juggler out of and he did get the 50-50 trade, so once again clearing the whole board up. This Sludge Belcher is actually a really big pickup by Doombot. Yeah, he's going to get to drop this Sludge Belcher and the Pilot Shredder, and that's actually going to establish a decent board back. Got a Thien stream going in the background. 488 hours and Thien's still going strong. Alright, we're going to see a power overwhelming trade in this Sludge Belcher here. And the Dr. Doom follow it up. And Dr. Doom is just such a strong card. Fortunately, Doombot has the answer with at least the Aldor Peacekeeper, but it does still leave the 1-7 body on the board, which is annoying because it's going to trade with Doombot's tokens for a decent portion of the remainder of this game. Neither player really edging out too much of it, though I would say Toby, based on the Dr. Doombot's probably as far there. Oh, and 3 there, that's just almost criminal. Or the lucky Dr. Boom. So we're definitely going to see Eldor Peacekeeper come down here and turn this Dr. Boom into a 1-7. He opts to weapon it down, which I agree with as well, so you're going to want to keep this. Yeah, I'm hoping he's gonna at least muster for battle before he trades. Okay, he's not gonna trade at all. He's just gonna go straight for the face. I kind of like that play. I don't know if you can really deal with the Boombots. I think you just have to let your opponent choose his RNG and figure out how he's gonna screw you. Implosion off the top for Toby. He's gonna go ahead and clear this down. Oh, unfortunate with the 2-roll. See that, and giving himself the best chance for the bomb. And unfortunately for him, it goes face for 2. We'll see. I have to imagine he trades the second bomb in here, but he might just opt to go for the face with it at this point. I'm not sure if the 1 point of damage to the face is better than the option to clear the minion, though. Yeah, he's gonna go for 50-50, and another one of the face for 3. And MK Boss followed up. So at this point, Doombot really needs to draw some answers pretty quickly. The Knife Juggler Muster will at least be a decent bit of damage sprayed around the board, and I think at this point he's playing for lethal since he's seen both Defenders of Argus. There's not much else he can really do, so he's hoping most of these knives go to the face. But cleaning up the M's isn't bad either. The M-King boss is really the only target he's looking up to. Yeah, that was about as optimal trade as he could have got. Oh, I wanted the face more. Wow, and because of that, actually, Toby's not going to have a way to come back into this game. Doombot has 4 damage no matter what. I guess you have to life tap in hopes you draw an answer, but since we've seen both Defenders of Argus, I don't think that's possible. I don't think he plays anymore. I guess you have to get a Voidwalker out of the deck. I guess that's the super tech play, is that you actually have to life tap here for a Voidwalker to save yourself a point. Yeah, and I think Toby's coming to the realization that Doombot actually did just close this game out here. Unfortunately for him, there's really no way around it since he picked up the Flame Imp, and he is going to life tap on all chance he's got it. And seeing that Abusive Sarge, he's going to realize that that is the game. And he's going to choose to go through himself. And that's it for that match. Doombot takes the series 3-1 against Toby. I will actually be playing Doombot next, so I will not be